I got a call from Liz a year, I think, after we had delivered Phallus, and Liz calls me up and said, "Hey, we got nominated for a Grammy." And this is exactly how the conversation went down. I was like, "Fuck off, Liz." And she's like, no, I'm serious, and I'm sending you the tickets. I was like, okay, I'll believe that when I see it. And that was the end of the conversation. And then a few days later, the tickets show up. And so yeah, my girlfriend and I jumped in the car. I went down and stayed with the Ogre, and then we went to the Grammys, it was a really interesting experience. You know, I almost didn't go to the show because I was like, do I really want to go to like a big award show kind of thing? But I'm glad I went. And our DP Adam and producer came down as well, and we all went together, I met Weird Al Yankovic that night.
Okay. Yeah.
And he was one of the people that nominated us.
Well, he's in the documentary. He's a Gwar fan.
Yeah. So that was funny. But we met a lot of people that night, and it was I mean, the show was kind of amazing, and there was I think Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson that was the Grammys where he was on stage, you know, talking about how everybody hated him and all this kind of stuff, and who else played? I think the Chili Peppers played, oh God, who else? There was a bunch of people. It was just, we just met. It was just a weird thing, all of a sudden being thrust into the Hollywood mainstream, and just the way that we were dressed and everything. Everybody was treating us like we were, you know, rock stars or whatever. And
well, they showed up in costume, and they were told, "Get out and come back with suits on."
Yeah. No, the president of the Grammys had a problem with Gwar, and it was funny because I was dressed in a fairly, you know, I had my head. There's a story from Phallus. So the producer, we had run out of film at one point, and I was like, "Dude, I'll pay for it. Let's just get another roll of film because we need to at least finish the scene." And he said, "If you shave your head," because I had like long hair like you do at that time, and he said, "If you shave your head, I'll get you another roll of film." And Hunter shows up immediately with
oh yeah.
He's like, "I'm gonna shave your head."
It's
like,
going down.
Yeah. I said, "Okay." So he gave me a traditional Chinese haircut, like, you know, old school. Like, so my head was shaved back to here, and I had my hair down on my ass, and I really liked it, so I kept it. And I went to the Grammys, and my girlfriend at the time had made me these crushed blue velvet pants. I had Doc Martens up to my knees and this really old vintage tux on. And we're walking up the steps of the shrine, and I get a tap on my back, and I turn around, and there's this woman with a whole bunch of bodyguards, and she says, "I just want to tell you I love what you're wearing." And I said, "Oh, thanks." And I turn around, and everybody in my crew is like, and I was like, "What?" And they're like, "That was Carole King."
Oh wow.
and that just kept happening all night, you know, and it was really fun. It was a really fun experience. But the president of Grammys came up to me at one point because everybody was, the way that my girlfriend and I were dressed was a little more extreme than anybody else in the place. And so we kept getting like paparazzi taking our pictures, and it was just constant.
Oh, okay.
So people were like, "Ooh, who are they?" And so all these people were asking us. And the president of the Grammys came up, and he gave me a Grammy pin, which I think is right there. And he said, "Oh, who are you with?" I said, "Oh, I'm with Gwar." And then he was like, "Oh."
Let me take that back.
No, take it back. But anyways, and there was a moment I was chatting up this really lovely young English girl, and my girlfriend was off hobnobbing with some other stars or whatever, and so we're having this great conversation, and her dad walks into the conversation and introduces himself. He says, "Hello, my name's Patrick." It was Patrick Stewart.
Okay.
And we all ended up having a great conversation. It was just a fun night.